Welcome, lads, and welcome back to the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today I've got a fantastic album review for you. This is by the one and only Gravedigger, now the pioneers of German power metal. Now they're just releasing their new album. It's called Bone Collector, and it's coming out on Raw Music. If you haven't got it already, check it out. This is a great album. Now, guys, if you've not seen the interview I've recently done with Chris, the vocalist, please check it out. I'm going to leave a link at the end of this review so you can check out what Chris has been saying about the new album. Now, folks, the band were formed originally back in 1980 by a long-time vocalist, Chris Bodoroff, who formed the band and released some great albums back in the early days. As we all know, the cult classic albums such as Heavy Metal Breakdown, War Games, and Witch Hunt are the three classic cult albums. Now, in 1984, the band released their debut album, Heavy Metal Breakdown. As we know, it's a fantastic album. Packs a punch, really is raw and savage. Now, this album also featured members Chris Bondhella on vocals, would also have Peter Mason on guitars, would have Willie Bachman on bass guitar, and drummer Albert Hackerath. So that was a lineup for the debut album. And this was followed by the band's second album, Witch Hunt, which is a fantastic follow-up. Now, in 1986, the band released their third album. This was called War Games. For me personally, this is my favourite album. Although some people may think that Heavy Metal Breakdown or Witch Hunt is a better albums, but there's something about this album that was really special for me. Now, in total, folks, the band have released 22 albums. That really does say a lot about a band. They've gone from strength to strength with each album. In recent times, Chris was writing lyrics based on the Scottish Celtic history. And a lot of these albums consisted of keyboards. However, the new album, Bone Collector, they've got rid of the keyboards and kept it very much basic. Gone back to old school Gravedigger, which is fantastic news. Gravedigger are probably one of the pioneers of German power metal. The same could be said for Running Wild, or probably the pioneers of pirate metal. Now, the band are currently on tour right now in Germany, around Europe. If you're going to go and check them out, please do. And they're celebrating 45 years, so well done to Gravedigger. So, besides a long-time singer, Chris would also have on bass guitar Jens Becker, who's been with the band for many, many years. Would also have new guitarist Tobias Kersting. Would also have drummer Marcus Kenner. So that's a lineup they've got right now. This new album consists of 11 songs, so now I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for you to check out. We'd open up with the title track, Bone Collector. This would be followed by The Rich and the Poor and the Dying, Kingdom of Skulls, The Devil's Serenade. Next up is the song called Killing Is My Pleasure, followed by Mirror of Hate, Riders of Doom, Maid of Madness, Graveyard Kings, Forever Evil and Buried Alive, and the last song will be called Whispers of the Damned. So now I'm going to tell you what the songs are about. So we're going to get back to the first song now. I'm going to tell you what I think of the first song, the title track, Bone Collector. Now, Tobias is a fantastic guitarist. He's a really good replacement for Axel Ritt. But the Bone Collector is a brilliant opening track, folks. It's very raw, very savage, and very powerful. Now, I really like this song because it takes me back to old school Gravedigger. It's very heavy, very melodic, and Chris's vocals really do shine through. The rest of the music for this song is very brutal, but at times is really, really catchy. Now, the old album is pretty much heavy. I guess the guys were fed up with having the keyboards and just wanted to go back to old school. And this album is definitely an old school album. Now, the next song is called The Rich, the Poor, and the Dying. This is a great follow-up to the debut song, Bone Collector. Now, I guess having lineup changes makes the band's music sound fresh and full of energy. And in this case, The Bone Collector is one of those albums. Now, I've got to say, Gravedigger really don't sound like anybody. They've got their own style. So for me, it's pretty hard for me to pinpoint who these guys sound like, as they are one of the originators. I guess you could say early, except kind of like Restless and Wild era. Next is another fantastic and heavy song. It's called The Kingdom of Skulls. Chris's vocals are really shining through. This is a very, very powerful song indeed. Now, the next song is called The Devil's Serenade. This is the more laid-back song on the album. It's not a bad song, but I wouldn't say it's the best song on the album. With the song title called The Devil's Serenade, you'd expect this to be one of the heaviest songs on the album. Sadly, it's not, but it's not a bad song all around. Now, the next song is called Killing Is My Pleasure. This is a little bit more like it's taking me back to the earlier songs on the album. It's fresh, full of ideas, and some really fantastic playing here, and some great vocals by Chris. Now, other songs on this album that you need to check out is a song called Riders of Doom. Some of you people may think this is an album or a title by the band Death Row. It's not. It's a really cool song. Another song that you need to check out is called Maid of Madness. Also, check out the song Forever Evil and Buried Alive, a fantastic song. All in all, this is a pretty good album. It's good to see the band going back to the roots. So the production's fantastic, some really catchy songs and some old school songs. I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. There's a couple of songs in there that I think could have been better. However, I do respect the band and they've been going for many, many years. Here's to more albums with Gravedigger. So check out this review, folks, and check out the link of the band interview I did with Chris earlier this year. And also check out a link for a song from the new album. Thanks for watching. Stay metal.